Stop looking in the rear view and start looking in the beard view. Beard view.
Oh, hello Destructoid. It's your old beard buddy Jed, and I'm back with The Legend of Legacy on the Nintendo 3DS. If you haven't heard of this game, I'm not surprised. It's never been announced for America. People think it's a likely candidate to come out in America. I'm not so sure myself. I'm just gonna pop right in here. As you can see, I'm playing as a frog prince. He's pretty cool. When you start the game, there's like a few different characters you can select. I believe there's 7 of various people. You can see them on the box art up there. But as you can see, the game's aesthetics look very much like a pop-up storybook, kind of watercolory, I guess is what you would call that. And the characters remind me a little bit of Bravely Default, if you've played that, another 3DS game. See, you start in that town there, and you have areas you can go, and you can just freely go between these. There's no real, like, linear progression. It's just like, here you can go wherever you want. And let me tell ya, this is the first area. We'll go there because this is probably the best place to go first. Let me tell you, this game is hard. That's the first thing I noticed after getting over how beautiful it is. I mean, just look at this. It's like a pop-up storybook. As you walk, things pop up. I remember back in my day, we were like, things are popping up in my video game when I'm driving the race car, and I don't like that. And now it's an art style, I guess. You can see here I'm aggroing a bunch of enemies. If we touch one, breaks our council. No, not really. You go into a battle here, and I'll explain what's going on as it's going on. So this game is turn-based. Top screen here we have 2 different stances. We have a defense stance, normal stance, and then run away. And if you run away, it takes you all the way back to the entrance of the area you were just at. So it can be a positive and a negative depending on how far into the area you are. We'll just go here, and you get to attack with each character. Characters level up themselves as well as their weapons, and as they level each weapon, they gain different attacks with them. And different attacks use different amounts of SP. Whatever that stands for, I don't read Japanese. There's also abilities which can change the elements, which you'll see on the bottom screen here in a minute. Changing the elements will help you in different ways. Different enemies perform worse when there's different elemental balances. And of course you can do shields. So we're pretty level here, so we'll just attack actually as him. And you have 3 characters. I haven't found that you get any more. I'm sure that's something that could happen. These 3 characters though are part of the characters you could select. So the female character has kind of she's more of a healer. This guy's kind of more of your damage, and the Frog Prince, who's the main character that I chose, is kind of more of a defense and damage. He's kind of a jack of all trades. So you take your turn here. See on the bottom screen there is the little elemental guide. I put about 6 or so hours into this game, if not more. Lots of grinding. Get to the boss in this area and I get wrecked in like 1 or 2 shots. Early on, when you first start playing, just these normal enemies will 1 or 2 shot you, and it feels like a very old school JRPG in that sense, where it's like gruelingly difficult. Also, if you see the map down there that says complete with a star on the top right of the bottom screen, when you go into areas, it's kind of like a fog of war, which you can still see on the top screen. It's kind of foggy looking, and it moves away as you walk. But on the map, it will draw it as you walk, so you can clear the map out, which I obsessed over as I played. You can just run past most of the enemies, or just run up and battle them, obviously. But yeah, like I said, you get like 1 or 2 shot when you first start, and then when you get to the area where the boss is at, no matter how much I've grinded, like I've grinded in like 6 hours of just like battling and running around and discovering maps, and I still cannot beat the very first boss. So the grueling difficulty is a huge turnoff for me. The battles and the characters are pretty fun. From what I've gathered from the story, it kind of lets you go and lets you discover the story. It's not so much like, this is the story and this is your enemy. It's just kind of like you're starting to slowly learn things instead of it being like, you know, you're the hero and you must go do the thing. As you can see, I mostly wreck these enemies, yet the boss in this area just takes a dump on me. I really like the design and the look of the game. A lot of people that worked on this game have worked on other games. I believe the main person behind Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross. Did I say those right? Never played those games, but worked on this. People from Level 5 worked on this. People... The guy that did the music for Final Fantasy 13 did the music for this. The music's awesome. Graphics are awesome. And it is definitely a fun little game, other than the grinding. If this game ever comes out here, I really hope that they tone down the difficulty, or give me like a terrible gaming Westerner American difficulty. Easy American mode, please. As it stands right now, I would give it 3 out of 5 beards. As far as everything except for the difficulty. If they tone down the difficulty, 4 out of 5 beards. And as far as pre-ordering goes, 0 out of 5. Because pre-ordering is stupid. So that's the beard view. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.